Time to do this again. So we all know how important having equips on your units actually are. Sometimes they're even more important than the actual units themselves, especially when it comes to in-game content. And thankfully this time around we're going to be having a brand new forever summon come out, and this is the forever equip summon for 2024. And I don't really think they added too much to this equip summon this time around. I mean, apart from maybe some new true weapons, since we of course have ascended units now, but when it comes to seasonal equips, I'm almost positive it's exactly the same as it was last year. Either way though, I'm going to tell you guys what are some of the best equips to forever summon this time around. So let's start off this entire little video with this statement here. We are going specifically for seasonal equips in the forever equip summon. Do not waste your forever equip summon on a true weapon. I understand there are some of you guys out there that are brand new to the game and you don't have rainbow gems, but here's the thing: if you stick with grand summoners for the long run, okay, you're not just here for a crossover, you're trying to dip, right? This is not a game where we ejaculate then evacuate. We try to stay in the loop if we can. If you can't, then you know it is what it is. Do not waste it on a true weapon. True weapons are here all the time, and you can accumulate rainbow gems over time. In the beginning, yes, you're not going to be able to get too many rainbow gems because you don't have too many maxed out characters, but once you start having more and more max LB 5-star characters, then those max LB characters, whenever you get a dupe of them, now become rainbow gems. I know true weapons are very, very strong, very OP, but please do not waste the forever equip summon on them. It's not worth it, I promise you. 5-star support. The first equip that I can recommend to everybody that is watching this video, if you do not have it already, will be Lisa's Smart Skirt. Lisa's Smart Skirt is an AoE artisan item that buffs up all your stats by 20%, which doesn't sound too crazy, right? It only autofills your arc gauge by 3 per second. It's on a 30-second cooldown, only lasts for 10 seconds, you know? I mean, what's the deal here? But listen, this equip is so freaking good in so many pieces of content because this also acts as a pseudo heal. Anytime you're increasing all your stats by 20% means you're also increasing your current HP by 20%, meaning you get a 20% heal. Let's say there's a disease debuff, there's a heal over time killer, or whatever the case may be. Having something like Lisa Smart Skirt on the team will help them out exponentially. Another thing is this equip can be used literally everywhere. If you have 5-star support on any of your units, you can throw Lisa Smart Skirt on there and it's going to be a great item to use all the time. Next is going to be Forte's Gothic Straps. Now Forte's Gothic Straps is technically a worse version of Shiro Emiya's outfit. However, if you did not get Shiro Emiya's outfit, Forte's Gothic Straps is still a fantastic artisan equip for human teams. This gives you 30 arc gauge instantly to the entire team. It's on a 30-second cooldown, and it buffs up all human units damage by 40% for 12 seconds. Then the last one, man, you know I gotta do something for all of my people out there, all my nukers. Cecina's Sandy Blossom. This thing is pretty much a Type 0 on steroids. It gives everybody 50 arc gauge instantaneously whenever you use it, but it also autofills all allies arc gauge by 2 for 25 seconds, which isn't really too crazy since in a nuking situation you want as much burst arc gauge as possible. You don't really care about overtime, but the overtime arch gen may help you out just a bit to be able to get the arts that you need before you hit the boss floor. 5-star defense. I know for the support items, we had Lisa Smart Skirt. I was telling you guys how amazing that is. There's a defense item that is equally as freaking good, or possibly even better. I would argue this is better because this equip is the biggest bottleneck in all of Grand Summoners when it comes to specific content. If you don't have this equip, you are going to have the hardest, and I mean the hardest, time tackling some of these in-game fights, and that's Little Red Riding Mirror. Little Red Riding Mirror doesn't seem too crazy on paper. You reduce all allies damage taken by 15% for 20 seconds. You reduce all allies fire elemental damage by 20%. However, all allies also gain 100% burn res for 20 seconds. That right there is why it's so freaking good. There are so many events in this game where you need to have burn resist on your characters, but there's also times where you need a ton of burn res. Like I'm talking about floor 32 in DOT where you fight Soleil. You need 200% burn res to even be able to tackle that fight, just because Soleil will one-shot your team if you're not able to stay out of burn, since she does so much damage to you. Not only that, also Light Summoner's Road stage 5. This equip is extremely important in that it makes that fight still a little bit of a toss-up. It's still going to be a tiny bit RNG. However, having this equip is going to be better than not having this equip, because I don't have this equip. I can't clear stage 5 of Light Summoner's Road because of this. So yeah, if you see Little Red Riding Mirror pop up, please, please, please take it. Do not waste this opportunity. Make sure you pick this thing up if you see it pop up. Even if you're a brand new player and you see Little Riding Mirror pop up, you pick this thing up instantly. This is possibly the most important equip to obtain during this Forever Summon period. The next equip I want to recommend to you guys is going to be a summer equip, which is actually Reyes' Sunny Aloha shirt. A very strong light and dark mitigation equip, being able to give you pretty much 40% DR if you are fighting a light unit or a dark unit. It has a 15-second duration, 30-second cooldown. You know, it's ticking all the boxes here. A fantastic defense equip. And the last thing here, you know, we got to include the nukers, man. Change of pace. Still one of the only equips in the entire game that actually has a typo in the skill. I don't know when they'll fix this, if they ever will. This thing's mainly used for nuke teams where you want to deal as much damage as possible and someone has a 5-star defense slot, since it buffs up all your stats by 30%. That means that you're getting a 30% attack buff, which is mainly what you're looking for in that nuke composition. 5-star heal. This one's going to be a one and done. Yep, you're going to hear me right in here right now. There is only a single 5-star equip that I highly recommend when it comes to the heal slot, which is Fina Devil Wings. Fina Devil Wings is pretty much like Lisa's Smart Skirt, however, a little bit different because, of course, it's a heal item. It just gives you heal over time, but it buffs up all your stats by 35% for 15 seconds. 5-star magic. Now for 5-star magic, there's a few in here that are insanely good. One of the best Argent equips you can pick up right now is actually going to be Victor's Catsuit. This is a Halloween equip, and this thing buffs up your arc gauge by 30 and also gives you 60% magic damage for 8 seconds. Very, very strong here. You have a 45-second cooldown on this thing. Overall, fantastic equip. I know this is also a very competitive slot since we do have stuff like Exceed Zex and all that, but if you want to have more arch-hitting options at your disposal, especially for your magic damage characters, picking up Victor's Catsuit will not be bad. Next is going to be Rivy's Stunner. Rivy's Stunner is really here for the nuking potential more so than anything else, since this thing buffs up your crit damage by 70% for 10 seconds. Also, it gives you 70 arc gauge the very first time you use it. I don't know if this is the highest crit damage buff when it comes to equips, but a part of me thinks it is. I don't think there's another item that buffs up crit damage as much as this one does. Very strong on any type of critical damage dealer in the game, especially any that has a 5-star magic slot. The fact too that this works for physical characters and magic characters gives it a lot of versatility. And yeah, I mean, makes you go boom, you know what I'm saying? Big numbers makes monkey brain happy. And another thing that I'm going to be doing for nuking here, which is actually going to be Luan's Shady Canopy. Luan's Shady Canopy is a dark res down, but if the user is a human or a god, you get an extra 30%, meaning you get a total of 60% dark res down onto the enemy. You see this in pretty much every single nuke comp when it comes to mono dark teams, just because of how versatile it is and how good it is, and people really use this even over like True Nemesis Crow now. Of course, if you don't care about dark teams, then you're not going to be using this equip, but if you do, then hey, make sure you pick it up. And for the 5-star physicals, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was looking over it, and there's not too many that I would really recommend nowadays. In the past, I did recommend stuff like Luan's Wabi Sabi Jams. I think that was really it. I think that was like one of the only ones I ever recommended. Or maybe some other stuff would have been like races like Rapier and stuff like that, just to give you like some attack ups and all that. But when it comes to reducing enemies' physical res or buffing up your own attack or whatever, there's just a lot of equips we have in the game now that are just better, that are true weapons. So yeah, physical is just kind of a dead category when it comes to this Forever Summon. Those are all of my recommendations when it comes to each of the different equip categories that we have in the game. Tell me down below which ones you guys are going to be going for. Me, myself, as I already told you guys, I am going to be really trying to get Little Red Riding Mirror. That is my go-to. That is the thing that I want the most from this entire equip summon. I think we're only going to be having one part of the equip summon, by the way. We're not going to be having a 2-part with this one, which kind of sucks because I would love for it to be 2 parts. But if we only have 1 part, then I'm going to be going for Little Red Riding Mirror. If we have a 2-part one, then it's going to be Little Red Riding Mirror and also Lisa's Smart Skirt. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. You guys let me know what you guys are going for down below in the comment section. I wish all of us the best of luck. Hopefully we all get the equips that we're looking for here, because equips just help your account out so freaking much, man. There's so many equips in this game that are just literally game changers. But hey, thank you all for coming out. It's been your boy P. If you enjoyed this video, have me check out either one of the other videos popping on the screen right now. Great content, guarantee you love them. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.